Yesterday, the Minister of Education, Janet Museveni, expressed concern at the growing trend of boys increasingly dropping out before completing the primary cycle, in contrast to girls.
Why is a boy child not completing primary education? We must all begin to get worried and try to find out what is the answer to this question.
Lukia Kibone, education and early learning specialist at Child Fund, attributes this to imbalances in attention over the years given to boys and girls. She says organizations concentrate on designing programs of leaving no girl behind, often neglect the boys.
And all of us are running in to design those programs. We are not leaving any girl behind. What about the boys? These girls are growing up and they are going to marry the boys, you know? And we are saying, we are designing. I'm telling you, you find our civil society organizations, you know, concentrating on writing programs, designing objectives, good objectives, but targeting the girls, forgetting the boy counterparts.
Because if we are going to empower the girls, but you know, a girl child is not going to live in isolation. We need also to help the boy child to learn, even to respect the girl child.
This difference in attention is also witnessed at home and schools, with more security and restrictions on the girl child rather than the boys. The experts have called for equal focus on boys and girls. They emphasize the need to bridge the gap in creating a supportive learning environment.
Go and collect firewood, go and collect grass for feeding the animals. In the process, this boy is exposed to some groups outside home because nobody is bothered. The girl, remember, is confined, but the boy is sent outside there. There is a lot of peer pressure.
In addition, the COVID-19 lockdown appears to have worsened the issue, with many boys turning to child labor through petty jobs to support their families. Some have also reportedly opted to stay employed even when schools reopened.
And they tested money. They started earning money. And as such, when the schools reopened, the boy child did not find any reason to go back to school. And as such, we now see the numbers dwindling.
According to an analysis by Uganda National Examinations Board, 357,755 boys registered for end of primary school exams compared to 391,499 girls, a sign that more girls than boys had completed this stage. This has been a rising trend over the last 7 years, and the gap is slowly widening. The Secretary General Uganda National Teachers Union UNATU, Philbert Baguma, says government needs to provide compulsory primary and secondary education as opposed to universal education to ensure school-going children are kept in school.
Government pays only 20,000 shillings per year per child in universal primary education. This money is far less than what is needed to educate a child at that level. And therefore, for us to succeed in fighting the dropout, government must increase the investment, increase the budget for public education, and make it compulsory primary education and compulsory secondary education, so that as long as it is time to be in class, to be in the school, then all school-going children are not supposed to be seen anywhere else other than the school.
Experts are also calling for transformation of the education system, shifting the focus from accumulating certificates to empowering individuals to transform their lives and communities.
P7 it is a paper, S4 it is a paper, S6 is another paper, bachelor's degree, master's degree, I have a PhD. And no one is paying me for those papers in any case. But actually, if this education was to help me, probably go and till my land, how can we motivate the younger people to see the value of education? How can we motivate the younger people to see that, okay, besides, you know, I can sacrifice something for today, sacrifice the time and go to school for the sake of the better future.
The Ministry of Education yesterday called for some reflection on why more boys were dropping out of schools, with a view of finding solutions before the problem gets out of control. Norbert Atkunda, NTV Weekend Edition.